Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cohere 2025. I'm always so impressed to see so many familiar faces in the audience, and every year I pinch myself. I'm like, I don't know if this is real. But thank you. Thank you for taking time to come out here, and we love having you here. I hope the next 2 days are really, really fun for you. All right, let's get started. So what if I told you that the best, most relevant advice for 2025 healthcare education was written 2,000 years ago? Priscilla said, the key is not to predict the future, but to prepare for it. And today, we find ourselves in a situation where there is a lot of AI disruption, student expectations for education are changing, healthcare worker shortage is creating a crisis, and it seems like there were no truer words written about how work life or healthcare education in 2025 is going to be like. And if we can't predict it, the best we can do is prepare for it. And so let's talk about why it's so important to prepare right now. The math and reading scores for students are at historic lows. The ROI on healthcare education is being questioned every day. The healthcare shortage is a crisis. Healthcare worker shortage is a crisis. Accreditation is getting more complex. All of these are sobering realities. But each reality, each problem or challenge is also an opportunity for us to prepare. Prepare better, prepare differently. And that's what I hope the next 2 days will allow you to do. All right, so let's talk about where we have already come, how far we've already come. Exxat Prism now supports 65 different disciplines. We've installed the product at 1,700 departments, and we support 400,000 students through this. But these are not just numbers. There is a story behind every number. It's a story about a PT student walking in confidently into her clinic on day 1 of her rotation because the Exxat Prism notification email told her exactly where to go, who to meet, what documents to bring on day 1. It's a story about a PA program director who can finally get back to dinner on time with her family because curriculum management and mapping, which used to take months and months, can now be done in days. It's a story of a nursing program that can now enroll more students and do their part in helping with the workforce shortage because they finally have the tools to make it all work. And this is the most important part. A lot of companies slow down as they grow. With Exxat, the bigger we get, the more diverse population of disciplines and schools that we service, the more feedback we get from you, the more resources we have, the better prepared we are to innovate on your behalf. And so for me, as a CEO, it's important to make sure that Exxat is able to create an impact. But when I hear a story about a program director making it back to dinner with her kids on time, it means a little bit more to me than what it would mean to other CEOs. I know how many dinners I have missed with my daughter while she was growing up, and I know how important it is to be able to get back those hours in the day. So that's the impact I hope Exxat is able to make for all of you in your life. Make your work a little more productive, give you back a little bit more time. But it's not just about Prism. As you walked in here, you saw so many sponsors and site partners showing up there with their booths, eager and willing to engage with all of you to understand how they can partner better with you so your students have more opportunities at the clinic. Every partnership adds to the ecosystem. And all of these individual stories are only possible because they are part of a bigger picture. They are part of this ecosystem where schools and sites are together trying to figure out how to improve clinical education for their students. And none of the partnerships would work if students could not get to their clinical rotation ready. And that's where compliance comes in. The Exxat's Approve service now supports 800 different programs and 150,000 students. And on behalf of these 800 programs, we have reviewed more than 5 million documents. That's millions of hours saved for you and thousands of headaches avoided. And the best part of Exxat is not the fact that individual products like Prism and Approve and Exxat One work. The fact is they all work together. And as we go forward, we'll do even more to integrate them and to make sure that data between these systems transfers. And it is not siloed systems that you're working with, but an integrated ecosystem. And everything we do at Exxat gets better with Leo. We introduced you to Leo last year. He's Exxat's AI-powered assistant, and also our dog. But this Leo fetches reports, not tennis balls. So let me remind you how Leo today engages with you. Today, already, Leo is able to answer all your how-to queries. So you no longer have to go read those long manuals to figure out how to do something. When you are stuck, just go ask Leo. Remind me how to publish a placement. Remind me how to send a thank you email to a preceptor. And Leo will read through all of the documentation and quickly tell you the steps to follow. Second way in which you can engage Leo is by asking it questions about your own data. Next time you're wondering which of my students are not compliant, just ask Leo. Or you want to remind yourself how many pediatric sites you have? Ask Leo. Leo knows and understands your data and can quickly give you the information you need. And not just that, it knows when to put that information in a graph for you, and it knows when to put that information and show it to you on a map, and it knows when to give you a table for that information. So try it. If you haven't tried asking Leo questions about your own data, you can do that. My favorite question to ask Leo is, who are the students tagged with the rural tag? And then Leo will go and tell you every student that's tagged with a particular tag. And the third way in which you can engage Leo is by asking Leo to do some simple tasks for you. Next time you want to change your password, don't try bothering searching for where the link to change your password is. Just ask Leo to help you change the password. You can also ask Leo to add a tag for a student for you. So you don't have to go search for that student to find that student and then do that action. Just tell Leo to do it for you. So 3 ways in which you can already work with Leo today. But these are tricks it learned last year. There are more tricks that Leo is currently working on mastering. But to hear that, you have to wait for Arun's presentation. He's going right after me, after the keynote, and he's going to tell you everything else that Leo has been up to lately. OK, the other thing to remember about Leo is not only can you give it text commands, you can actually talk to Leo. So just use your voice, put in the start the microphone icon and speak to Leo, and it will still understand your commands. So, okay, let's look at what we have. So everything I said, we've already done all of those things. But I want to talk to you about the road ahead. For the last decade, Exxat has been focusing on primarily two things: clinical education and compliance. Going forward, we understand that that's not enough for you. So we want to make sure we do everything we can to help you make sure your students are get ready for practice when they graduate. And to do that, Exxat in 2026 is going to invest in creating these 4 specific modules. Surveys, because we know surveys are not just feedback mechanisms, they are your engine for continuous improvements. So we want to integrate surveys right into your Prism product for you. No longer will you have to run your Google Forms or your Microsoft Forms or SurveyMonkey, keep them somewhere else, and then struggle to find that data come time for accreditation. Surveys will be built right into your product, and later in Kunal's presentation, you'll hear more about it. We know that a lot of programs are moving towards competencies. So it is no longer important for you to just show that your student passed a course, but it's important for you to track that they are learning the skills they will need when they go and are ready to start their first job. And so we have been investing a lot in competency management, and you'll hear more about it in Vishakha's presentation later today. And no competency tracking can be complete without assessments. So for the first time, Exxat is going to venture into assessment management. You will be able to get authentic assessments on your students while they are in the program. Whether that is being done in classrooms or in clinic, you can now tie in the survey data, the competency information, and your assessments all into one single platform. And by doing all of that, we know we can help you get better prepared for your accreditation visits. And so that's our commitment for how we are going to invest time and money and effort in 2026. And like I said, everything that we do at Exxat is now going to focus on ensuring this one thing. How can we help programs graduate practice-ready students? That's the picture where clinical education and didactic education has to merge together, and you have to have a single 360-degree view of your student. A lot of progress has been made on that. Again, wait for Yash and Kunal's presentation, and you'll see a lot of that coming out. But what we do is just one part of the equation. How we do it is equally important. And that's where the ROAR values come in place. ROAR at Exxat is not just an acronym. It's the heartbeat of how we show up to work every day. Relationships, because we know software is important, but the partnership that you guys have with us is equally important. I see Addie sitting there in the room. Addie, wave. This is her 9th Cohere conference. And so those relationships are equally important as the software is. Opportunities, because we think education can open doors. And we want each door to lead somewhere meaningful. Advancement, because not only should there be advancement in technology, there should be advancement of people. And responsibility, because we take our responsibility of supporting all of you in graduating the next set of professionals very, very seriously. This is how all of us at Exxat work. We keep these values front and center on a day-to-day basis. I'm so filled with pride to announce that Exxat has been nominated as a great place to work for the 3rd year in a row. And what that means, thank you. What that means is the same care that we extend to all of you, we also extend to each other within the company. And that's the culture that we want to set, and that culture makes everything else possible. That culture is what puts all of you together here in one room. So can I ask all of you to give a big round of applause to the Exxat team here? They've done a tremendous amount of hard work trying to put this whole Cohere together and in making sure that all of you are able to leverage and use our platform the best. And I know that as important as software is, support is equally important. In survey after survey, conversation after conversation, you guys have told us that Exxat has the best support team in the industry. And that's very, very important for me. I want to make sure that whenever you need help, Exxat team is there for you. We are going to take this a step forward. Starting January 1st, we are going to have a 24/7 live chat support for you in all the products. So at 8 p.m. on a Saturday, when your student is stressing before the Monday rotation, you know that there will be somebody at Exxat helping them and supporting them through any questions that they have. But like I said, Exxat is more than just a technology company. Beyond technology, we are here together to build an academic practice partnership that transforms education. And with the support of all of you, and with the commitment of the Exxat team, I know we are ready for the future. Thank you.